prizers. Well, right now, 1 prizers.
Yeah, I mean, you're really trying to utilize Cresselia as much as possible. It's usually a card that you want to use against Dragapult, but it actually really helps against Lost Box as well. Clears damage off your board and takes a knockout on theirs. Usually there's no more Jirachi, so that's pretty key. And Flutter Mane, honestly, Flutter Mane is a very powerful attack. You set more damage elsewhere, which is really a little bit, as you already slowed down Cameron quite a bit, but you cannot go wrong with getting double Kirlia. While nothing wrong with furthering your setup, the triple Kirlia on the bench, protected by the Manaphy as well, is so key here.
Yeah, I always called Gardevoir sort of like a bullet train, because as soon as it's fully set up, it is so hard to deal with. Once you get those Psychic Energy into the discard pile, that Gardevoir EX can use the Psychic Embrace, bring them out onto your field. You can utilize your damage counters against your own opponent. I mean, that is huge in this matchup here, and there's so many single prize attackers that you can use as well, and you can really take advantage of your opponent's board state in a very powerful way. So Isaiah Bradner is going to be looking to do that. We now have 3 Kirlia on the bench here. They've all drawn into additional cards. One of them now evolving into that Gardevoir EX. We're going to start getting that bullet train going, Pablo.
Yeah, the bullet train of Gardevoir EX powering up that Flutter Mane. It's not usual for the Gardevoir deck to be the aggressor, but now we're going to see Isaiah take the first prize card against a Lost Zone deck that has 0 cards in the Lost Zone.
Yeah, and taking it with this Pokemon that just happens to have the Midnight Fluttering ability that is carrying so much weight here in this matchup, shutting down that Comfey from being able to Flower Select. This is huge for Isaiah. All those energy applied to the Flutter Mane, and it is doing work here. Cameron gonna have to Iron Bundle now to get that Flutter Mane out of the active here.
Yeah, that Hyper Blower ability, finally Cameron finding the 2 perfect cards. Hyper Blower to activate Flower Selecting, and also has a Colress in hand, so we're gonna see some form of aggression from Cameron. Isaiah valuing Manaphy the list, not wanting to promote the Luminion in case Cameron goes Turbo and all of a sudden Iron Hands takes a 3-prize turn. So we're gonna see how Cameron, or what Cameron can piece here, finding a follow-up Colress, finding Nest Ball, pretty good cards to find.
Yeah, those are extremely strong cards that can be added into Cameron's hand here, but 2 of them are going to have to hit the Lost Zone as well. So with strong cards also comes difficult decisions.
Yeah, that's very true. Usually, like, you want to find good cards, but some not so good cards, perhaps.
Yeah, nice mixture, right?
Yeah, exactly, yeah, balance, right? But all 5 cards were super good, therefore Cameron has to make those tough choices. Yeah. But it starts
to build to the point where Cameron just envisioned that there was no way to recover after this. And that is truly the difference in skill from one of our top players, from somebody who might go a little too aggressive, play a little sloppy, and then you actually put the idea into your opponent's mind of, hey, I could maybe exploit some of this board state here, and maybe I could go further with this, and then you could end up losing a match. But Isaiah put so much pressure there onto Cameron that he just had it in the bag, and really, that wasn't even that. In the future, Cameron Kawasaki kicking off this turn now over here on the left side of our field.
Yeah, Cameron has such an underwhelming hand. He has so many cards, but doesn't have the Lost Zone counter to really utilize them, and doesn't even have an energy or a way to switch into the Comfey. So he's gonna be able to potentially knock out a Ralt, but can't find that Colress at this point in time, really.
Yeah, and that really is the what is stumping Cameron right now. Just the limited Colress's experiment, slowing down this deck when we had so much potential here versus dealing with that Flutter Mane in the last game. Buddy Poffin going back into the deck here from Cameron to search out some more basic Pokemon onto the bench potentially. And yeah, just looking through the deck.
Buddy Poffin could fetch Manaphy just to thin, right? Not that you need it to protect against Gardevoir. There is that Flutter Mane, I mean the Scream Tail that can target down bench Pokemon, but at this point I don't think the switches, even Prime Catcher would be decent. Can't give him a Colress though, and it would be very unfortunate to discard another Colress.
Oh, if that happens, that would be tragic that we potentially have for our players. But Cameron still has a couple of cards to work with here. That's Super Rod being played out of the hand to shuffle in these two Pokemon as well as that Water Energy. So the bundle is back as well as that Sableye.
Yeah, bundle is benched through that Artisan at this point in time. So getting some use out of it. Wanted to use the Artisan before he committed his own Pokestop.
Yeah.
Might not even play the Pokestop.
Yeah, true.
But
you never know.
Really values that bundle as that Manaphy's probably going to keep coming up. Ooh. There's the Pokestop though.
Yep, Artisan being used, switched out now for Pokestop. Are we going to be Pogo gamers here for Cameron? Of course, we're going to have to roll it and see what we get.
Okay, I mean, switch card's good.
Yeah.
Switch card gets you to 6.
Could have been worse.
Yeah,
could have been worse. Isaiah.
Could maybe get you to a Colress.
Yeah.
Even a Lost Vacuum. A Lost Vacuum.
Amanda likes to say they are just slobbering all over the field of battle in a Lickitung mirror. So, but here, with the advantage that Shiny Dialga's